Welcome back to another guide installation video. And today we're here at Sterling Steel and Alloys. We're going to be showing you how to install an 1.25" set of Hydmech carbide side guides on your H14 Hydmech. Now these guides can be found at blackironparts.com, and that part number is going to be a PHYD 800-721-800-723. If you're also needing a set of backup guides for this saw, they can also be found at blackironparts.com, and that part number is going to be a BU 340-790. One of the last things we're going to do today that helps a lot with blade efficiency is going to be the use of a chip brush. These also, of course, are at blackironparts.com, and that part number is a PWW 851316. Now, before we get started, as always, we're going to have our safety glasses and a set of gloves. And I'm going to walk y'all through a little bit about what we did before we get into the actual guide deinstallation and the reinstallation. Of course, as always, we went ahead and took the blade off the saw. And then with these style of machines, they're a hydraulic clamp. And so with the bundle vices that are on the back of the saw, it's hard to get the guides actually off the saw without really just go ahead and taking the guide clamp assemblies completely off the guide arms. So before you get started, remove your blade, make sure that the hydraulics are turned off. That way that rear piston that pushes in that carbide pad against the blade will recess with the hydraulics off. And then I'll show y'all how to actually pull those guide clamps off the saw. Now the big takeaway from this is that you don't want to move the upper part of the guide clamp, and that's going to be the screw that adjusts the height of the guide clamp assembly on the guide arm. As long as you remove the 4 bolts, and I did a little trick where we just zip tie the holes together, that way I know that that orientation does not move. The guide clamps should go back on the guide arms with no adjustments needed, and they should be in the right spot to allocate the blade in the correct orientation, and everything should go back in the same position. So let's go ahead and get started. So like I said, we went ahead and removed the 4 bolts that actually affix the guide clamp to the guide arm itself. Now, like I said, as long as you don't remove or move this assembly that actually lowers and raises the guide clamp, everything should go back in the correct fashion and orientation to keep the blade flat and aligned. Just a little tip and a little trick that you can do is, if you have a set of zip ties, just go ahead and zip tie that. You never know if you might drop it or screw this in and out. So this is just a good way to keep that straight and aligned and make sure we know it doesn't move. So what we'll do is we'll actually flip this over, and you'll be able to see the guides that you have. Your cylinder side guide here is really just sitting in there. And then if you flip this over, you'll see that we have a countersunk screw to get the back fixed side guide off the saw. And then we'll be able to raise the other guide up and out off the piston. And then your backup guide will be behind that. So let's go ahead and deinstall this guide block. With our 3/16 Allen wrench, we'll loosen up this back bolt. And that'll remove the first guide. Then our next guide, use of a little pick, we'll be able to get up underneath it, just work it up off that piston. Now be careful when you remove that last guide, the backup's going to want to come out. So now you've deinstalled both side guides off the piston and off the fixed side. And you'll see that this little channel in here is where our new backup guide would go. So this backup guide is actually still in decent condition. Even though it's got a decent amount of wear on this one side, they are reversible, so we can flip it and get a new contact surface. And all you gotta do is sometimes, with the help of a little grease, you can put a little grease on the back side and just stick it up back in its slot, up in here between these 2 pins. And then we'll take our new guide and just place it right there on the piston side. And then we'll reaffix our other fixed side guide. And screw it back into place. Now you've successfully installed your new set of side guides. So when reaffixing this fixed side guide, you do have a channel these run on. You just want to make sure that you get this fixed side guide as straight as possible when we go ahead and tighten it down. And there you have it. Now the last thing to do is just to go ahead and put this guide clamp back on the saw in the correct orientation. Again, making sure that we didn't move this adjuster because that does set the height of the blade with the guide clamp. All right, so the last step of the process is to go ahead. We're gonna cut off our zip tie here, making sure we don't rotate that. We'll go ahead and reaffix our guide clamp back to the guide arm itself. Try to get one started to help us hold it. Get the next one put into place. We can start our lowers. It goes. Sometimes you just really got to get in here and figure out where the holes are. Just make sure it's sitting nice and flush. Then we'll take our 8mm Allen wrench. We'll get these back in the slot here. You don't want to tighten these up. We'd like to tighten the top ones up first just to make sure that everything goes back in the same spot. You want to tighten the top ones down. Making sure they're good and tight. Now we can go ahead, make sure we got no movement, tighten down our bottom ones. And that should put this whole guide clamp right back in the same spot it was from factory. All right, so now you've successfully installed your 1¼ guides on the movable by-side assembly. Now the last step of the process is really just to replicate everything that you've done on the left-hand side to the fixed side, and then you'll have successfully installed your 1¼ guides on your H14 machine. So like I said, the last steps in this project is just to go ahead and replicate all the steps that you did on the by-side guide assembly and replicate them on the fixed guide assembly. Making a note again that the hydraulics are turned off, that way that piston is compressed, and that whenever you pull those 4 bolts off of the guide clamp off the guide arm, to not articulate or move that adjuster on the top of the guide clamp. That way that everything goes back on in the same fashion from factory, and that'll keep the blade aligned. If you need any other aftermarket parts for your Hydmech, you can always log on to blackironparts.com. We have a wide variety of aftermarket guides for many major bandsaw manufacturers. We also carry coolant, chip brushes, and other aftermarket parts. I'm Austin Zimmerman, and thanks for watching. And remember, no middleman, no markup, no problem. Go direct.